You're listening to Orlando Credit Union's On the Money. I'm your host, Kaylee Green, and today we're doing a special segment that I like to call Meet the Community Leaders. So today we're talking to the president of the Downtown Orlando Partnership, Jill Vaughan. Hi, Jill.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. It's a beautiful day.
It is, and I am so excited that you're here with us to explain exactly what you do. So for all of our listeners, just give us a brief synopsis of what the Downtown Orlando Partnership is all about.
Sure. So our organization was founded in 1961, so we have a lot of longevity within downtown. Wow. So we celebrated our 60th anniversary a couple years ago.
Wow.
And so we are a membership-based organization. We have over 250 members, business-to-business members. And so our organization is responsible. We work with the City of Orlando. So we are a public-private partnership. And we also are, we're really known for championing business in downtown Orlando. Mm-hmm. So creating business-to-business events, opportunities for community leaders to become engaged with each other and really try to create a positive return on investment for our membership. So we're really excited.
That's incredible. And I was lucky enough to see it firsthand.
Yes.
Recently with the launch of Orlando Credit Union's charitable foundation.
Yes.
So really
Congratulations.
Awesome to see.
We were excited.
We're so excited.
We partnered with the Orlando Credit Union and the City of Orlando and the Multicultural Affairs Division within, and we hosted a Meet the Artist reception yesterday, and it was incredible. So the City of Orlando has a gallery within City Hall. And it's it's free. It's a community asset.
Yeah.
And so there's currently an exhibit for Black History Month.
Yes.
And so Orlando Credit Union was one of our sponsors for that event. And so we were really pleased to host that event and really excited to showcase just one of the amazing things that we have in downtown.
Absolutely. And so cool seeing, in action, all those leaders within Orlando just being able to connect and get to know each other as well. So really, really great experience. So let's talk about what exactly you do for the Downtown Orlando Partnership.
So I have the privilege of being the president and CEO in my role with the Downtown Orlando Partnership. I've been in that role for about 3 years.
Okay.
And so my role is just really to not only create opportunities, whether that be through events or marketing, but also really engaging our board of directors. We have an extremely dynamic board of directors. In addition, we work with the City of Orlando, as I mentioned. So the City of Orlando has a downtown development board as well as a community redevelopment agency. So we work hand in hand with those divisions to really, as I said earlier, promote business in downtown Orlando. And so we're really fortunate because one of the events that we produce, one of our signature events, is Mayor's State of Downtown. So we host that annually each year. And last year we were sold out. We had over 500 people at the event. So key stakeholders in downtown Orlando, corporate partners, government leaders. So we're really proud of that.
That's incredible.
That's one of our signature events.
I love it. So it sounds like you really are truly making that impact in Orlando, which is fantastic to hear. But like you mentioned, you've been here for 3 years.
Yes.
So you have a background, obviously, across the area. So tell us a little bit about what you have been up to over the years.
Sure. So I will say that my background, I feel like, has laid the perfect foundation for my role.
That's great.
And so, whether it be, I started out scooping ice cream for a small business when I was 15 years old, and we work with a lot of small businesses currently. I worked my way through to pay to go away to college. So I have a marketing degree. After that, I had sales positions within the telecommunications industry and then the medical sales industry.
Wow.
I then became a mom of 3 boys. I volunteered for every single thing in the community. I was like a serial fundraiser, which I still love to do. And then I did some freelancing along the way for different organizations and companies. And then my role prior to joining the Downtown Orlando Partnership was with the Advent Health Foundation. So I was in several different roles there. My first role was managing community events, so third-party endorsed events that benefited different areas of the hospital, but they were not a hospital produced event. So that was just, making sure that the branding was in line with the hospital. Also, making sure that if medical personnel needed to be involved as far as like keynote speeches, check presentations, those types of things. And then it evolved in several different roles while I was with the foundation. And my last role was working with Major Gifts for raising funds for diabetes, Translational Research Institute, orthopedics, neurology. I had a lot of different, but then I also was involved with a lot of the campuses. So, so I was really actively involved throughout Central Florida. But, I will say that, the kind of thread that weaves all of this experience together and really has created a great foundation, as I had said, is, just relationships, the importance of building relationships, continuing to foster and maintain relationships. That's really been, in addition to the experience, has really been something that's allowed me to succeed. And especially in this role, it's just been phenomenal.
Yeah. And it sounds like that is really the key is, having those and building more relationships and constantly meeting all of the people that make Orlando,
Yes, absolutely.
So it sounds like you really have a passion for that. But what is specifically your passion for the Downtown Orlando partnership?
So I grew up in Michigan, moved here right out of college. I graduated from Michigan State and moved here right out of college and moved here with a guy, broke up as soon as we arrived in Orlando. Yeah. But I loved Orlando and I love downtown. So my first role when I moved here, was based in downtown Orlando. So I have a lot of nostalgia for downtown. I've seen a lot of changes over the years. Anything from, as I mentioned, there's so many amazing assets in downtown. So whether that be the Kia Center, Camping World Stadium, the Dr. Phillips Center, but then even the Orange County Public Library, taking my kids there when I was young, when they were younger too. There's the History Center. There's so many just amazing assets within downtown. And so for me, it's a little bit of nostalgia, but also I see the benefit because really a successful downtown makes a successful city and a successful county. So I really see the investment that businesses make, whether that be a regional location, a company's headquarters, really downtown is the driving force for that. And so that's why I really see that I'm passionate about it because I see the importance of that.
Absolutely. And I grew up in South Florida, but I was actually homeschooled when I was younger. So we were constantly going out and doing activities in all of those central areas.
Yes.
And, people might not realize how important that is for so many families too. Like even when you said the library,
right.
I mean, and
Lake Eola.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many incredible things that we have to offer downtown.
And they build memories.
Yes.
Like, I'm growing up now remembering all of those things. So you're really making an impact on all ages.
Yes, agree. And so even though our organization focuses on businesses, really the business is the connector too with the community, whether you live, work, and play in downtown. I mean, or even learn because we have the incredible assets of having UCF downtown. Valencia Culinary School is based downtown. So we're really excited, like I said, to promote those things that we do have in downtown and those enhance the businesses that are there as well.
Absolutely. So how does the Downtown Orlando partnership impact the Central Florida area specifically?
So I would say that, our organization, through our marketing efforts, for example, we have I've been really proud just even of our engagement. So our email distribution, for example, we send out a weekly newsletter that goes out to just shy of 5,000 recipients. We have a really high open rate. We have a 30 to 40% open rate. So that's the opportunity to give businesses who are members or community events, for example, for us to highlight really the stage to really hit, a different audience sometimes, or even, to make sure that we're promoting those things that are important in downtown to make it successful and thrive. So between the marketing and then our events too, I had mentioned that we host the State of Downtown. One of our other signature events that I'm really proud of is we host the Golden Brick Awards. So the Golden Brick Awards are an annual event. We host it. It's generally attended by about 500 people, key stakeholders in downtown. But we award Golden Bricks and acknowledge 12 different categories, and then we also selected Downtowner of the Year. So the categories for that, it celebrates the people, projects, and initiatives in downtown Orlando from the previous award. So it's kind of like our little mini Academy Awards, per se. So, but we highlight everything from arts and culture to commercial and residential development to sustainability and sports and entertainment, for example. Those are a few of the categories. But it's a really unique opportunity to really see some of the smaller things that are going on in addition to the larger things. So acknowledging the smaller businesses that have made the investment to start a business in downtown. And then, some of the cool events that also are produced in downtown, but to acknowledge that. And so we're really proud of that event. This year, that event will take place on April 23rd, 2024, and that'll be at the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. And the mayor is there. He always presents our Downtowner of the Year. So we're really anticipating just a great, not only turnout, but just great highlighting of everything that's taken place this last year. So, and really celebrating the unique things that make downtown very special.
And that's a great opportunity for somebody who might not be as familiar with downtown to get more familiar with it, find out about those companies that they might actually find out they love, but they didn't even know about them.
Yes, absolutely. So, and I'll use Visit Orlando as an example. So we have a very, as I mentioned, dynamic board of directors. So Cassandra Mate, who's the president and CEO of Visit Orlando, is on our board of directors. So when she first came on board several years ago, she onboarded about the same time I did, but she had never attended the Golden Brick Awards, clearly, coming from a different state. So attending, some of the highlights were we have a hospitality category. And so one of the nominees that year was the Monroe, which is a downtown restaurant in Creative Village. And so they actually won the Golden Brick Award for hospitality. And so because they were exposed and Visit Orlando was there, Visit Orlando has since featured the Monroe in some of their marketing and promotions. And so taking a smaller business and just really amplifying it and making sure that it's on a national and international stage so that we can have the travel and tourism industry and those that come and visit Orlando and downtown, hopefully, bring them to downtown for some of these things as well. So
I love that.
It's really a really cool event. And it's one of my favorite things that we do all year.
Yeah. And there are so many incredible local businesses in the downtown area as well. So it sounds like, of course, you guys are already making so many strides toward really impacting Central Florida, but how are you hoping to see this organization grow in the future?
So I will say that, one of the intents that I had when I took over this role too is to really focus on our board of directors. We have an incredible board of directors. I can't say it enough because they're community leaders. They are really helping to not only craft the vision for our organization and bring their expertise, but also the vision for downtown. So, my goal is to continue to create a larger relationship with the City of Orlando, working with the Downtown Development Board and the Community Redevelopment Agency, working with them on the master plan for downtown. So there is a second iteration of the master plan. It's called Project DTO 2.0. So engaging our members, engaging the business community to really educate them on the master plan, but also have a seat at the table to weigh in on some of those initiatives as well. So, my goal is to continue to create meaningful events for our businesses in downtown, to continue to promote the amazing things that are happening in downtown, whether that be a business initiative or community event, and then also work with key stakeholders, community leaders, and then also, like I said, our government officials to just really move the needle. So we become the convener. Our organization becomes the convener for doing business in downtown Orlando.
Yeah, that's so incredible to hear. And of course, for anybody who wants to know more about the Downtown Orlando Partnership, where can they visit you guys online?
So our website is DOP Orlando, DOPOrlando.com.
Okay.
It lists not only our events, we have signature events that I had mentioned, our quarterly events, but we also have monthly events. And you don't have to be a member to come.
Okay.
And really, even though we're the Downtown Orlando Partnership, our reach is much larger. So we have members outside of the downtown proper, but either people who want to do business in downtown or who are currently doing business, but maybe based in Central Florida and other areas. So we're really proud of that. And so, there's monthly events that you can attend. We do a morning coffee once a month, and then we also do a third Thursday happy hour. So those are great opportunities to come and meet some new friends and hopefully some new business acquaintances, and to just really move the needle forward with individuals, businesses, but also with their professional careers as well.
So the events that the Downtown Orlando Partnership put on are not only for, locals who might just want to know more, they're also for businesses to connect. So maybe if you're a local business and you're not plugged in, you can go and meet new people.
Yes, it is so incredible to see how many different connections that we've made along the way, because of course that's one of my favorite parts of my job too, is to really create relationships, maybe some non-traditional ones, but across industry, across different professional backgrounds, and then across even skill sets and across leadership levels as well. So I think that there's some really great, unique opportunities. And that's one of the things that I'm really proud for our organization to do, is to just really create meaningful relationships for our community.
That is so great to hear. Well, thank you so much, Jill,
Thank
for
you, Kaylee,
giving us a little bit of an idea of what the Downtown Orlando Partnership does. Appreciate you coming to chat with me. You can learn more about how Orlando Credit Union is partnering with organizations like this one by following us on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn at Orlando CU for you, or you can visit us on our website at orlandocreditunion.org. Until next time, we're investing in you. Orlando Credit Union is providing this podcast as a public service. The information provided is neither a legal interpretation nor a statement of Orlando Credit Union policy. Reference to any specific product does not constitute an endorsement or recommendation by the credit union. Views and opinions expressed by Orlando Credit Union employees are those of the employees and do not necessarily reflect the views of the credit union or any of its officers. Orlando Credit Union is not providing any financial, economic, legal, accounting, or tax advice or recommendations in this podcast.